good evening and a warm welcome to our very charming guest speaker, Dr. Jay Madan, past presidents, members of the governing body, joining in all the members from Flow chapters across India and our dear guests. I am Pooja Garg, chairperson, Flow Lucknow. Welcome to our exciting and much awaited webinar, The Fault in Our Stars, with the charismatic Dr. Jay Madan. Vastu Shastra is the ancient Indian science of architecture and acts as a guideline to designing your homes and workspaces. For a house to become a home, it needs to radiate the right kind of energy. According to a number of traditional beliefs, each home comes with its own energy type. A person dwelling in a house comes under the influence of a specific energy field, which in turn influences him or her in one way or the other. Therefore, it's very crucial to understand the link between the healing art of Vastu and our homes and workplaces in honing positivity and good vibes. Vastu inspired designs aim to integrate architecture with nature in the most scientific way, taking advantage of the benefits bestowed by nature, its elements, and energy fields for enhanced wealth, health, prosperity, and happiness. Given that this year has been one which has made us all rethink about the value of positive thoughts and vibrations, Flow Lucknow and Flow Kanpur chapter decided to organize a webinar dedicated to making our spaces happier and filled with good energy. Both our chapters had shortlisted Vastu Shastra as one of the topics that we wanted to explore, as we were confident of making a affirmative difference in the lives of our members, and who better to guide us in this area than the master, the uncrowned queen of Vastu Shastra, Dr. Jay Madan.
A very good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Aarti Gupta, chairperson of Flow Kanpur chapter, and it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all today. Good vibes, positive energy, and amazing souls are all that we need around us. And it is so lovely to have all you amazing souls join us today for this webinar organized by Flow Lucknow and Flow Kanpur chapters. Let us all put out as much positive energy going forward from today so that everything we have endured in the past few months turns around miraculously and the year 2021 is filled with health, happiness, and togetherness. To help us make this change in our lives, today we have with us Dr. Jay Madan. While we all are well aware of the talent, the grace, and the good vibes Dr. Madan gives, it gives me immense pleasure to formally introduce her. Dr. Jay Madan has established herself as one of the most renowned astrologer, numerologist, palmist, and a Vastu expert in India. She is also well-known motivational speaker, relationship counselor, tarot card reader, and hypnotherapist. An alumni of Miranda House University of Delhi, she has done her doctorate in spiritual counseling from California Institute of Metaphysical Research. With more than 15 years of expertise, she is the relationship expert for Hindustan Times, Viva, and Timeless and Jewels magazine. Dr. Madan has several awards and accolades to her credit, like Gem of India Award by All Achievers Conference in 2016, Contribution in Astrology by Youth Welfare Council of India in 2016, to name a few. On behalf of both Flow Kanpur and Flow Lucknow chapters, we would now like to present Dr. Madan with a green certificate as a token of our appreciation. We at Wiki Flow believe in honoring our guests by planting a tree in their name. These trees are planted to protect the river Ganga in the state of Bihar. You can track your tree on growtrees.com with the unique identification number given on the green certificate. This is our small way towards contributing to a cleaner and greener tomorrow. Dr. Madan, I would like to hand over the stage to you and ask you to enlighten our members on how they can use the ancient art of Vastu Shastra and astrology to realign the fault in our stars and turn our fortunes. We're all looking forward to tips from you on how to add harmony to our homes, how to add harmony to our businesses and our personal relationships. Without much ado, let us embark on this illuminating journey. Over to you.
Thank you so much, all of you. I'm very, very elated to be here, and it is my pleasure of the honor that I've received from City Flow, that you're planting a beautiful tree in my name. And I'm so happy that this is a beautiful initiative to make our planet green. And because this initiative has, so before I start, I must admit and confess that, okay, my volume to be higher. Let me just try and fix it, how to do it. Yeah. So I'm going to manage on that. Till then, I'll be a little more louder. Is the voice better and clearer now?
Better, ma'am.
Voice
Clear.
Yes, it's clear now.
better and clearer?
Yes.
All right, great. So before I begin and before I start, there is something that I would like to share and express, that whenever I'm on a platform like this where I have to speak and express myself, there is nothing pre-planned. So this time also probably it is just going to go out with the flow, and we will see how it goes and how it helps all of us together, including me, out here. So let me just fix my volume because I'm still getting messages of people that my voice is not clear. Should somebody help me with that? We all are new to it, learning the science of technology, and 1 second is what I would need.
Dr. Madan is just checking her volume at her end, requesting members to also kind of put the maximum volume at their ends as well, and not put in too much in the chat box currently, and requesting her to begin.
Sorry for this delay. She'll be right back.
Do I sound better now?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you clearly.
Awesome. I feel there have been few people who have maybe not heard of. Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Because
If you could just speak a little loudly, I think they'll be able to hear it even better.
Okay, great. We'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, great. This is what I've heard, that they are hearing it properly. So, because it is going to be something very important that I'm going to impart. It's not that I'm going to share, I'm going to impart. So all I want is undivided attention for next 35 minutes for you to absorb what I'm going to say. And it's almost like I'm going to download a lot of my knowledge, insight, and it's God's grace that we're going to talk about. So we'll begin with the story. So the story says that, there's a common house and there are few people around in the house. Now these few people are what astrology and Vastu is all about. So we will go back and imagine ourselves into a house of 9 people living there. Now, amongst these 9 people, there is a planet called Sun, light in the solar system. Now, when we look at Sun, what are the qualities that we see in a Sun, or the qualities that we understand from the planet Sun? We have a lot of respect for Sun. So, Chhat Puja, Makar Sankranti, lot of other festivals are revolving around Sun, celebrating Sun and sunlight, sunshine. So, Sun is about power because every other planet rotates around it. So that means when we're going to talk about sun in astrology, it is about your power, it is about your leadership skills, it is about your command, your imposition, your authority over people. It also means, I still hear that people say that they can't hear me. All right. Mm.
Dr. Madan, is your volume on its highest?
Yes, I think so. And this is how I've been always doing up till now. So we have. Are we good to go now?
Yeah, I think we're good to go. I would request maybe the
Some people hear it clearly, but I feel bad even if I get one message of someone saying that they can't hear me properly.
yeah, but I would request Dr. Madan for you to kind of keep the chat hidden so that we can continue with the session.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can hear very clearly. I'm happy. Please ab mat bhejna. it just it just makes me feel that somebody out there cannot hear me. But
No, no, no,
anyway,
we
we
can
start
hear you.
speaking.
We can hear you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm extremely sorry for the whoop up. I'm going to be more louder now. So we have to understand the science of people that we live with. How are our children? How are they? How is their behavior, and how can we actually change it? So there's this amazing 9 people living at one home, living together. So the person named Sun is very authoritative. He's very dominating. He's bossy because he's a leader. So everyone has to revolve around him. So he's like the boss in the house, like head of the family. So you go if you have a problem. You go and approach the head of the family that, hey, look, this is a problem that I'm facing. Can you help me out? Can you solve it? So people who have strong leadership qualities, people who are bossy, people who are core of an organization, people to whom everyone else goes and share their issues with, people who are problem solvers, are people who belong to category of sun because everything has to revolve around them, right? Now this amazing man called Sun has a very pretty wife called Moon. So you know how all wives are. She's sentimental, she's emotional, she's sensitive, she's touchy, she's nurturing, she's loving, like all women and wives in the house are. So this lady Moon, she's very emotional. She cannot let her mind be stagnant. That is how the planet Moon also is. So one day it's going to be full moon, and then it's going to be the warning period of moon, and then no moon, and then full moon. So this is a cycle of moon, and because moon is actually it actually affects water. So the low tides in oceans and the high tides in ocean are because of moon. So moon affects our emotions also. So this woman moon is very emotional in the house. She's very, very emotional, very nurturing, very loving. So both of them were living very happily, sun and moon, a dominating man and a sensitive, subdued wife. Sub teacher, everything was going well. And then they have a child. Like all marriages shape up into a different way when you have children coming in. So then they have this beautiful daughter called Mercury. Mercury is very witty. You've seen those little girls in our houses are. I have a young daughter. You know how sharp they are. They're very witty. They're very quick-minded. They're very, what do I say? If they want something, they're very stubborn. They want it no matter what. So this child Mercury was having good time with her parents. And then suddenly there is this war in the kingdom. So the king calls commander in chief, Mars, you come over. I need you, I need your help. So Mars, the planet Mars, comes in and says, yes, sir, what can I do for you? The sun says, I have this kingdom to take care of, but I want you to execute everything on my behalf. So our blood or the movement in our body is like Mars in the solar system. It is about action. And that is why the deity representing Mars is called Hanumanji, because Sri Ram was like the sun. Everything was revolving around him. And the one who executed everything as per his saying was Hanumanji. That is the Mars of the solar system. So Mars is the one who executes in our body also. Now, in our life, Mars means the willpower that we have, the execution power that we have. So there's this big war in the kingdom, and Sun says, Mars, come over and you take over of everything outside of the kingdom. Go and fight and come out as a winner. So all this was happening, and then finally there were a lot of fights, and Mars came in as a winner. There was a big celebration in the kingdom. And guess what? To celebrate anything, you need pleasure. The king said, let's check out. Let's call somebody who's the most beautiful in the kingdom. Somebody who's really, beautiful and mesmerizing like Amrapali. So they start looking for this beautiful woman who can mesmerize the whole crowd. Then they went out and looked for. And finally they found Venus. So Venus was called in the kingdom. Beautiful evening, lights all over, mesmerizing environment, fragrances all over. Everybody enjoying, eating, dancing. There's this big, amazing jovial mood. It's all about pleasure and fun. You know how we are on holidays? It was the similar environment out there. And beautiful women, like a perfect women in a very, very what do I say, in a very mysterious way, enter, the whole, in the center of the kingdom to dance, to please, to show her performance. And the moment King looks at her, that was the moment. He just felt that there is something so mesmerizing about her, and he couldn't stop. He just couldn't stop looking at her. She was amazing. She's out of the world, and her moves, her hands, her fingers, her eyes, everything had a story to tell. Well, it was a long hour dance, and after the hour, everybody realized that our king has gone for it all. There's something happened to this strong man. And Venus was showing her magic. Now, what happened was in this kingdom, there was this big buzz that king is going to leave the queen and she's going to marry Venus. But everybody knew that king is a man of principles, like sun. It's not going to happen. But you know how what women are capable of doing. So there was this big tension in the environment in the kingdom. Now, king wanted Venus to stay there. And Venus also wanted to stay, but she had a condition laid in front of king. She said that I am going to stay in the kingdom only and only if you will not barge in into my room or my palace that you're giving it to me. Whenever I call for you, you have to come. There is no if and there is no but. King said, as you say, ma'am. And the story began. They started meeting each day, each night. It was just a romance between two people just looking into each other's eyes. And Moon was very insecure. You know how a wife would feel into this situation. This woman was crying, and she said, let me call our wisdom or our guru in the kingdom. So she called guru in the kingdom, that was Jupiter. So Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. So big people are considered gurus because they have big auras. So Jupiter was called into the kingdom, and she said that, you know what, this is what is happening, and king has fallen for her, and each day he's going and spending time with her, and I have this fear that he's going to leave me. What do I do? So he gave her some, understanding and mantras, and then he went to king and he said that this is not done. You need to be responsible. And then everything was happening in the kingdom. There was this one secret spy in the kingdom, the supervisor of the kingdom. He was observing everything that is happening around, and his name was Saturn. He was checking that what is happening in the background, what is Venus doing to lure King, what is King doing to ignore his family, how is Moon behaving and manipulating in the kingdom. So Saturn was the silent observer in the kingdom. And then Saturn had two special agents to work for him. And these two special agents were Rahu and Ketu. Now, the secret job of Rahu was to go into the mind of someone and check what are they thinking, how is their thinking pattern. And the secret job of Ketu was to go inside heart of someone and check what is their intention. So these nine people were part of a beautiful kingdom. Now, where are these nine people? Are they up there in the solar system or they are down here with us, within us, around us? This is what I have to make you understand. So sun is the head of the family that you have. That is a role or a characteristic of sun outside of you in your family. Within you, it is your leadership quality. It is your quality to manage everything with authority. The people who don't have authority or leadership in life, they have very weak sun. Now, the emotional part of you, the moment you're very emotional, or the most emotional person in your life, like your mother, is the moon in your life, like your mother in law is the moon in your life. And within your system, your whole emotional parameter is the moon within you. So we are seeing planets from different aspects in your life and within you, in you and outside of you. So Mercury is your intelligence, is your conscious mind, it's your sharpness, the way you answer, your calculation, your analysis is your Mercury. It's like your witness, it's your sharpness. Outside in your home is young girls or young children or people in their adolescence represent Mercury. It's also your communication. You know how children just talk, 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 and how cutely they touch us. Similarly, people who are not very impressive in their communication, people who stammer, have weak Mercury. I am going to tell solutions for it. I'm going to tell you everything. Just imbibe what I'm saying. And in very quickly, once I finish it, I'm going to wrap it up for you to make you remember every word I said. So just be with me there. Venus is very important planet. Venus is your magnetism, your aura, your attraction power, your power by which you attract people, by which people just get attracted towards you. Your spellbound quality is Venus in you. Outside of you, it's people that you fall for, people that you're attracted towards, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, people that you look up to, people that you are in awe of, are Venus for you. Now, Jupiter is your wisdom. It's something that is called insights. It's your intuition. It's the thing that you decide after evaluating right and wrong. It's the thing that you say, nahi, ye theek hai. This is what I have to do. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is right. This is appropriate. That feeling is Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. And जब हमारे घर पर कोई बड़ा आता है, even if Prime Minister is seeing a guru or a teacher or a master, Prime Minister will stand, leave his seat and bow his head in front of the teacher. That's the power of Jupiter. That is the power of your wisdom. That is the power of your spirituality. That is why it is considered above everything else in life. A son will also leave his chair. The authoritative Prime Minister will also leave his chair for a guru because of his wisdom. That is the importance of wisdom in our lives. Now, Saturn is basically the silent spectator, the Saturn. We have so much of fear of Saturn. There are probably 2 or 3 sun temples, but there are thousands of Saturn temples because Saturn is the silent observer which sees what is happening, why is it happening, why are you doing it, and Saturn has two agents, Rahu and Ketu. So Rahu goes and reports to Saturn and say, you know what, this person's thinking is like that. Iski soch kharab hai. His mind is positive or his mind is negative. And Ketu is about intentions of a person. So you want your child to behave well. Your intention is that your child should be on right path and you take an action of slapping your child. But Saturn is not going to punish you because your intention was to do good to your child. So intention is Ketu and attention is Rahu. And on the basis of these two, Saturn, who's the actual judge, decides whether you do good karma or you do bad karma in life. In this whole situation, the action, the karma, is represented by Mars. It is blood in your solar system. Your friends and the people who motivate you, who inspire you, who push you in life are Mars for you. So we have these 9 planets that we're going to talk about in the house. So for leadership, we have Sun. For emotions, we have Moon. For action, we have Mars, MA, and this is Moon, NO. For intelligence or analysis, we have Mercury. For wisdom or intuition or insights, we have Jupiter. For good karmas or discipline, we have Saturn. For attraction and magnetism, we have Venus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For thinking, we have Rahu, that is North Node. For good intention, for good intention, we have planet called Ketu, that is South Node of Moon. In our home, we need to figure out who are the people or which people in our home, your husband, your father-in-law, play the role of sun in the house. Who plays role of the most emotional person in your life? Who are you most emotionally connected to? Which is your strongest planet? Are you a person of leadership? Are you a more emotional person? Are you the person who looks about pleasure and attraction? Are you the person who believes in taking action? Are you the person who just sits and thinks positive, negative, positive, negative? Are you the person who looks for intentions in people कि इससे अच्छी vibes आ रही हैं, इससे अच्छी vibes नहीं आ रही हैं? So going deeper inside, understanding the person's intention is the role of Ketu. Are you more analytical? Are you Mercury oriented? What is your strength? What is your planet? How do we enhance that in our children? How do we enhance that in ourselves? How do we make it possible in our lives? Let's talk about solutions now. So you've got a little background of what is above us. So I always tell people, you know, as above, so below, or as below, so above. It's same. Whatever happens here happens there. Now for sun, so sun is about your core strength, your leadership quality. If you want people to come to you, if you want people to respect you, if you want people to like you unconditionally, if you want to be core of anything that you do, you need to enhance power of sun in your home and in yourself. How do you do that? In your home, the direction from where sun rises is east direction. By placing a beautiful copper sun there, or any copper object, or a beautiful painting of rising sun, enhances the sun element in your life. That is why in olden times it was suggested कि घर में east से धूप आना चाहिए, घर का east खुला होना चाहिए, so that the sun rays directly come in your house and enhance the leadership quality, the authoritative quality, or the social qualities in you. Because now in today's life, we live in apartments. It is not possible to design homes our way. In case that happens to you, let's work on ourselves. So to enhance sun in you, all you need to do is maintain your integrity. How do we maintain our integrity? Sun has a fixed time. It's a disciplined planet. ऐसा नहीं है कि आज sunrise हुआ and next day sun feels tired, रात को late हो गई थी, party थी, आज मैं 40 minute late निकलूंगा. It doesn't happen like this with sun. Sun is about integrity. We know it's going to be sunrise at 5:28 a.m. It's so disciplined. The moment you become disciplined in life, the moment you have integrity in life, the moment you say something and you follow it, the moment you value your words, the sun within you starts getting enhanced. Now we talk about the planet Moon. It's a very important planet. If you want people to love you, if you want to be nurturing yourself, you need to balance your planet Moon. Moon is water element into our system. So people who get, these bloating in the morning. People who have water retention have problem with this planet called moon. To enhance mood, you have to stop wasting water. I have seen people just, putting water into plants and the water is on for hours and hours to go. Drink half glass of water and waste half glass of water. If you waste water, you will never be emotionally satisfied in your life. And this is not me, it's what Shastra says. You have to value water. You don't have to make the rivers, ponds, lakes, anything dirty. You don't have to waste water in your home, even while you're taking shower. It has to be the quickest possible shower ever because you're not supposed to waste water. If you can conserve water, trust me, every emotion of yours will be valued by people. This is what we need to do to balance our mood, our emotional side. The third planet is very important. Now, for me, it is very important to have a magnetism around you, to have an aura around you. When you say something, people should be impacted. So let me give you an example of difference between Moon and Venus, difference between mother and a girlfriend. You know how when children grow up, they value their friends more, female friends more, not their mothers. What is the difference? So moon is like fan in our lives. It's old, it's effective, it's simple. It's it has the simplistic purpose to give hava and there's no side effect. Venus is like air conditioners. It's expensive, it's difficult to maintain. You have to pay hefty bills, but it's so damn addictive, you know. So you understand the difference between Moon and Venus. We know it is not good for our health, but the moment you get inside your car or your bedroom, you need to switch it on. That is our dependence on Venus in today's world. So, so Moon is like rice, and Venus is like rice bran. It's sold more expensive than rice, and it's the wastage of rice. So Venus is about packaging. It is about how do you present yourself? What is your magnetism? Are people drawn towards you? You know, in precisely, I would say your followers, likes on your pictures, your attraction power, the way people look at you, the way people talk about you. It's all about strength of Venus you have. And Venus represents diamonds. You know, it's diamonds, it's diamonds. That is why you know why women love diamonds, right? Another excuse to buy some. So it happens, you know, even if a woman is, now I want you to understand it from a perspective I'm trying to understand, not to judge, but to make you understand. When we see a woman and we see if a woman has reasonably fine features, she's cute, she's presentable, but she's not wow. The moment a woman wears a 20-carat diamond or a 10-carat diamond and she talks in front of you, you forget about her face and you start looking at her diamond. That is Venus. Venus knows how to draw your attention, like pull you. Venus is the true Venus is the true way a product is marketed, like a simple thing, like a simple iPhone, or probably like a simple AirPods, It's the purpose of the AirPod is just to give you the voice, but the moment it is AirPod, it is expensive. The moment it is LV AirPod, it's three times more. So the brand, when you become a brand or the brand value of anything is about Venus. So to enhance Venus in you, to enhance Venus in your system, what you need to do is you should always smell good. And alcohol based perfumes is not what makes you smell good. Oil based perfumes like rose ethyl, sandalwood ethyl is what you should apply before sleeping to enhance Venus on you. That is why in today's time also, when we pray to Mahalakshmi or any other deity, we don't spray alcohol based perfumes on them. We apply or, probably offer ether to them because that is the purest form of a flower's essence. So you need to apply essential oils on your body. You need to smell good. Your clothes should always be well ironed. You should always have the class to yourself, the etiquettes, the mannerism, the charm, the charisma. You should always learn and try and evolve yourself. That is how you enhance your Venus. Other than that, to do it in your home, People who don't have emotional stability, Vastu-wise, to balance their moon, in the northwest direction, they should have a kalash filled with water, add few silver coins to it, and forget about it. Each week, you need to go and check the water level in the kalash. Kumbh is called concentration of energy. That is why you see Kumbh in all the deities' hands. So if you want to balance your emotions, you need to balance purest form of water, that is Ganga Jal, in the northwest of your home to bring peace of your mind. You can have few silver coins in it so that with peace it also adds up to prosperity and calmness. Silver is a mind calming metal. Now each day you need to take that water and consume it. So it needs to be freshly poured and freshly consumed. This is to balance your emotional side in the home. And don't waste water, right? To balance your Venus, what you need to do is southeast direction is the direction of money, cash, and pleasures. If you light a candle here every day for 10 minutes, red in color, it gives a magnetism to your aura. It gives magnetism to your home. It makes you better in liquid cash. And to enhance Venus within your body, you need to apply for, the flower essential oils. Rose is the best one. And the points of Venus is the nape of the neck, the points of the elbows, and the knees. These are the 3 points where Venus is most effective. Now, how do we enhance our Mars? How do we enhance our willpower? To enhance Mars in the house, all we need to do is in the south direction, you light a red bulb, 0 watt, on 24/7. People who have, issues about laziness in the house, who have to keep pushing their children, utho, walk pa jao, go get up, study, move, take a shower. When there's too much of laziness, when there's too much of tamas in the house, south is the direction you need to activate with red bulb, electricity, 0 watt on 24/7. If you have weaker willpower, bring copper on your body. Wear a copper jointless kada on your right hand to enhance or to improve power of copper in your life. This is going to increase your willpower in life. With Mars, you can also do one more thing. If you believe in Hinduism, you need to go to a temple, bring the sindoor that is applied on Hanumanji, because Hanumanji is the deity of Mars. Like Ma Lakshmi is deity of Venus. She's the one who gives us wealth and pleasures. And Shivji is the deity of moon. Emotions balance that head. Ganga flowing means your emotions are balanced. So Shivji is deity of moon. So to enhance your Mars, you can have Hanumanji ka tika brought in home, applied on your forehead and your navel willpower, right? Every day. The fifth planet that I'm going to talk about to enhance it is Jupiter. If you don't have intuition, if you don't have insight, you don't have God's grace, how will you manage in life? The direction of Jupiter in house is called northeast. That is why you have always heard in Vastu कि घर का मंदिर नॉर्थ ईस्ट में होना चाहिए. It is called Ishan Kum. Ishan. An means atoms. Ish means God. The place where there are atoms of God spread all over is called Ishan, northeast direction. That is why it is considered to have happy homes when you have temples there. I know it is not possible in everyone's home, but having a small picture of Ganesha for removing negativity is important to place in Northeast to enhance your Jupiter. People who are not focused can have Ma Saraswati in Northeast. People who have anger issues can have Gautam Buddha or a picture of Buddha in Northeast. People who are not focused in life can have picture of Vishnuji in Northeast. People who are not great at earning money or they have money losses can have picture of Mahalakshmi Northeast. If you want to increase your intuition, your wisdom, you should have picture of your Guru or Gayatri Mantra written in Northeast. That is how you need to enhance your Jupiter. To enhance Jupiter within your system, you need to apply saffron, that is a naturally yellow color. Out there in the universe, Jupiter also has yellow color. The tinge of yellow is that's how the planet is considered. This is the area where insights live in. This is your Ajna chakra, your third eye chakra. Applying little saffron here also clears up your mind. It gives you clarity in life. the way you should always apply a tika should be going from niche se upar, like this. And to clear your mind, it should always be in a clockwise move like this. That is how you're supposed to apply a tika for 10 to 15 seconds to bring clarity to your life, enhance Jupiter, your wisdom, and your insights. The sixth planet that I'm going to talk about is going to be Mercury. Mercury is about your communication. And communication kaisi honi chahiye, which is flexible, which is pleasant, which improves growth. The direction for Mercury in home is north direction. North is also direction for water. We can have a fountain here for pleasant communication, for good money flow. We can have bamboos based in water here for having communication and growth in our life. We can have money plant here based out of water to have growth and flexibility in our communication. Having green and water in the north direction enhances Mercury, enhances your communication and your capability to earn and invite money. In your system, having tulsi or basil improves your Mercury. Chanting something again and again, saying tongue twisters improves your Mercury. Saying things or learning new words, new vocabulary also enhances your Mercury. That should be part of our regular practice. Another thing, planting trees like Vicky did right now. Planting trees also is very important, to enhance your Mercury. That's what you need to do, plant trees. There's another thing to improve your Venus, to improve your magnetism. Most important thing you need to do is stop gossiping. I know I'm talking to women who are more than 1,000 in number here and maybe millions to watch more. You have to stop gossiping. The day you stop gossip, your power, your aura, your magnetism grows like meters and meters wide. The moment you talk about somebody, you contract your energy. You gossip, you talk negativity, and you decrease the power of your Venus. Don't do that. For Jupiter, never make fun of your teachers. If you laugh at people or you make fun of people who are learned than you, who are intelligent than you will never ever grow in life. You will never have insights in life. Similarly, for Mercury, if you plant more trees, you don't waste paper. I have seen people when they give envelopes, na shadi pe sagan dete na, we give envelopes to people. Big names printed on envelopes. Don't do that. Use cloth envelopes or use paper envelopes with little tags or name slips so that people can throw it off and reuse it again and again. If you value paper, if you value trees, your Mercury, your communication, your energy, your way to enhance people by your words will go multifold. You need to give respect to little girls, little children, even if they are funny, they are irritating, or whatever they're doing to you. You need to respect people despite of their age. That's what you need to do to enhance Mercury. Now, the seventh planet that I'm going to talk about is called Saturn. People are very fearful. It's like they're fearful of Saturn. It's not true. If you share your wealth, your prosperity, your money with people, if you learn to earn and donate, Saturn will never harm you. We don't do anything to improve power of Saturn in the house, rather we do to reduce it. The west of the house is dominated by Saturn direction. Saturn gives you strength of black money, which is not considered good in today's world. Saturn gives you, I say, power to see through people. So in the west direction of your home, if you want to earn more properties, if you want to create wealth, you need to create a file or a locker in the west direction. हमें लोहा शनि की direction में रखना है. So keep iron in Saturn's direction, that is west. And we need to keep your property papers there, not your money, not your liquid cash. Wealth created that you want for years and years to stay should be kept in west direction. So your jewelry, your silver coins, your property papers should be kept there. In case you feel that it is not possible, हम नहीं रख सकते हैं, हमारे पास इतना जगह नहीं है, west direction में placing a silver coin with Lakshmi Ganesh on it also works miraculously well to give better results of Saturn. That is discipline, good karmas, and money accumulation of money in your life. The next planet is Rahu. People who have problem of depression, negative thinking, anxiety, overpressure should improve this planet. How do we improve this planet? Donating for blind people, donating for handicapped people is what you should regularly do. If you do that, forever in life you will remain grounded. People who need us, if you're around them, even for 10 minutes a day or 1 hour a month, and take your children along, how do we feel? We feel blessed to be born where we are born. You have no idea what people go through, what they go through when they don't have enough money, when they don't have parents to take care of. We have so much, yet there is no gratitude. We need to visit places where we realize how much we have and how much gratitude we should have every minute for our lives. People ask me that I'm self made and so I've done so much for myself. I've done this, I've done that. And I ask them one question. I ask them, if you were born in your driver's house, in the person who works in your home, so your house helps home, in your maid's home, would you have the same power, the same courage, the same confidence with which you're talking? Probably the answer is no. We should be thankful for where we have been born, how we have been raised. And then people say that, even if we come from rags to riches, we have done everything on our own. And I tell them that one little accident, you slip down the stairs, your nose goes hair to hair, your chin goes hair to hair, the whole confidence, the whole power, the whole energy that you talk about rolls down. So we are alive, we're breathing, our family is with us. We should be so thankful in life, but we need to visit the places to realize where we could have been and where we are. This is how we increase the power of gratitude in our lives. So this is what we need to be regularly part of, and so our children should be, because grounding is most important in our lives, and that's what Rahu tells you to do. Grounding, and it happens once you learn to share. Donation is a wrong word. You donate from here, but we share from here. So to improve your positivity, you need to visit places where our help is needed. To improve Ketu, it is the planet that gives you focus. So children who are not focused, mothers who are very tense, हमारे बच्चे focus नहीं है, our children don't focus, they don't know what do they want in life, there's no focus. To improve that, we'll do one little thing. Placing an image of black Ganpati. Black has the power of absorption. Placing a picture of black Ganpati in northeast of your children's bedroom increase their intensity to study, their concentration to study. Peacock feathers, if you keep it in your naturally derived peacock feathers, if you keep it in your children's bedroom or you keep it in your home, it protects you from evil eye. You know what is the magic of peacock feathers? You take a peacock feather, dip it in kichar, in like muddy mud, and let it dry naturally. After 10 minutes of drying, you keep, like shrugging the peacock feather. After 10 minutes, it will be clean as if nothing happened. So you see, all religion, from Sikhism to Hinduism to Muslim religion, even Christianity, they use white peacock feathers. They've considered peacock as auspicious, birds. Egyptians. So peacock feathers are considered very good if you naturally derive them, in the farms, you get it from in beautiful resorts and hotels. Keeping it in northeast protects you from evil's eye. It enhances the power of your planet. So to sum it up all, we have to understand for Vastu, for peace of mind, water in north, God in northeast, fire in southeast, power in south. Power means your pictures, your awards, your powerful moments in south. Relationship pictures in southwest because it is a stable direction. Assets or wealth. I'm not saying money. Wealth in west. Wealth in west. Support in northwest. That is your emotional support, your banking support, your friends. Picture should be in northwest. This is how you need to create the balance in the field of Vastu, in your home, in your system, through 9 planets, and make your life beautiful, happy, and prosperous. I have given you too much of information. I know there's a lot to chew on. So I'm ready for your questions, and there we go.
Thank you so much. This has been an amazing, amazing session, Dr. Madan. And I'm sure all the tips and the tricks which you have shared for a happy and a prosperous home and life, I think all of our members are going to benefit hugely. So now coming to the questions, there are many here with us also. So the first question is, this pandemic has made a number of women become entrepreneurs and start their own businesses. Our member Suman Bathija would like to ask, what element can one add to enhance and improve new businesses?
As I said, the presentation, the P's of marketing is pricing, packaging, promoting, and the way the product is. So product, packaging, pricing, and promotion. But if you see all of it, it should have, if you look at 20 products, why would you pick up and say, no, this is what I like? So you have to observe the colors that impact us. So the secrets is that a logo should be very attractive, but not more attractive than the name. So name should be very powerful for new entrepreneurs. Use colors that have little glitter or magnetism to it. So like gold, red, and I say family of red have very powerful attraction power. Use that more often. And there should be one USP of your product mentioned on your product, whether it is price, it is a special quality or a product that you're adding into. Everything that is readable, anything that we see, we give 10 seconds to it to decide whether we want it or we don't want it, because this is the attention span of a mind. If you can hold somebody's attention in 10 seconds, you have won them over.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Madan. Those were some wonderful suggestions for new businesses. My next question is for children. With kids' education being online these days, we notice a lot of them being very distracted and also very agitated at times. I can understand them not being able to meet their peers, etc. Can you suggest some tips or elements which can help in improvising the concentration of kids and also in keeping them, calm and stopping their minds from wandering a lot? This is a question from Pallavi Gupta.
Pallavi, I'm very happy at your question, but how are you when you were 10, 9, or 8 years old? We forget how we have grown in life. For children, this is going to be the best time of their work, of their lives. Probably this is what the story they're going to share even with their grandchildren of having a off or a no school for 1 year. It's unimaginable. Think the happiness from their point of view. It's difficult for them to even imbibe or accept or digest this happiness. Be a part of it. Don't be the vamp or the villain of the house. Just be part of their happiness and let them enjoy, let them have fun, let them be distracted, because clarity only comes after chaos. If they have not lived one part, they will never be able to live the other part. Let them enjoy to the fullest. Be part of them. Let them be like a child. There is so much of seriousness we bring to our tables, to our houses. Our children don't have to be the same way. So there's no remedy for it.
I think that's a good suggestion for all mothers to hear.
Yes.
So our next question is from Suprabha Dubey, and she says that there are different directions to really have your office or to sit for different professionals. So, what would you advise for different professionals? Where should they be sitting, and in what direction should they be facing while working?
See,
Would
everyone.
Sorry.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
So it is very difficult to name all the professions, but let's start with some. So, first of all, facing is very, very important, because majorly you see people saying and talking that one should be facing north, northeast, or east. These are the three directions that we should be facing. Why north? This is the direction of Kuber, people who have money related work. Everybody has money related work, so everybody can be facing north. But people who are consultants, communication is their strength. Sitting in north and facing in north is important for them. People who have a lot of learning, new things coming in, students while studying should be facing northeast. Healers, doctors should be facing northeast. People who have a lot of work to do with socializing, meeting people, ना लोगों से मिलना जुलना should be facing east. East से sun rises. When sun rises, what happens? The bird, start moving out from the nest, going together, meeting together. Chal 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 shuru ho jata hai. There's a lot of chirping of birds happening. So east is the direction of socializing. You should face east or sit in east if you have work related to talking to people, meeting people, communicating with people. People in property business should be sitting in west, facing north, east or northeast. So facing में हम fixed रखेंगे, north, northeast or east. Property related people should sit in west. Now people who have big organizations and who have to be bossed, जिनको अपनी चलानी है, पर काम कम करना है, but मेरी चलनी चाहिए because I have other horses running in the office, are the people who should be sitting in southwest direction. People who have hunger for fame, जिनका काम फेम से रिलेटेड है, सिंगर्स और एक्टर्स, फेम होना चाहिए ना, नाम होगा तो काम आएगा, should be sitting in south direction. And bankers or people who have lot of mind revolving game or people who are into marketing field, जिनको एक जगह पे टिक के काम नहीं करना है, people who get up from their chairs and keep moving, traveling, travel desk people should be sitting in northwest direction.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have a next question from Manashri, and she wants to understand what are the rules of installing a Shri Yantra in a business establishment.
See, if you go for the rules, it is little tedious. Ideally, ये हवन होकर, any havan that you're getting it done at home, ये हवन होकर पूजा कर कर करना चाहिए. But I am a person who believes in simplicity to the core. To me, a deity is raised with emotions, है ना? भगवान वैसे तो पत्थर ही मानो तो पत्थर और मानो तो भगवान. I mean, ना मानो तो पत्थर और मानो तो भगवान. That is what it is. So everything in life is your emotion, your faith, and your attachment to it. Life. This is the Shri Yantra I have in my desk. If you see this, yeah, all of you see this. So it is close to me, and I really love it. And it is next to my drawer, and I keep my money or my checks over it. And the ideal position to place a Shri Yantra is in southeast of your home or establishment. लोग मंदिर में भी रखते हैं, but understand what I'm trying to say. A lot of things have been made without understanding the logic of it. What is Shri? Shri is the powerful word of Lakshmi. Lakshmi is called Shri. Shri means prosperity. पैसे को श्री कहा जाता है. तभी हमारे यहाँ पर कहा जाता है श्रीमती. मती मतलब बुद्धि. श्रीमती means prosperity की बुद्धि वाली लेडी को श्रीमती कहा जाता है. श्रीमान, one who gives respect to Shri, one who gives respect to a woman or prosperity is called Shriman. Shrimati. This is Shri Yantra. Shri means prosperity. Yantra means tool. So it is tool of prosperity. तो जाहिर है इसको वहीं रखेंगे ना जहां prosperity को रख रहे हैं. So you can place it in where you keep your money, your investments, your cash, your jewelry. Tools are to be loved. Tools are to be used. That's what one should do.
So I think the next question is one of the most important questions. I think everybody wants to ask this. What is the importance of the Brahmasthanan in the house? Can you elaborate, please?
What is the importance of your navel, your stomach, your tummy in your body? Can you elaborate that? No? Yes? Maybe? Okay. Let me do that. So when a child is conceived, the child is connected with the mother through the umbilical cord. So mother के navel से connection होता है. That is why a woman is called Janani or the creator or close to creator because she creates. The child is in the womb. So Brahma is the creator. The core point of Brahma, the creation, the energy point of your home is center of your home. Like navel is center of your body. अगर स्टमक खराब होता है तो सब खराब होता है ना. इन आयुर्वेदा जैसे पेट ठीक तो सब ठीक. So the way your stomach is important for the whole ecosystem of the body, from your head, your acidity, your heart functioning, your blood, your skin, your hair, everything. Similarly, Brahmasthan is the center of the home. If you have a heavy weight here, you will feel tired, your execution will not be great. If you have water here, you will have bloating issues. If you have fire here, you will have anger, you have ulcers, you have fire related or pith prakriti issues in your home, in your body, in your system. Your home, whether it is rented or it is purchased, it is extension of your subconscious mind. आप कहीं traveling पे जाते हैं, amongst the 100 artifacts that you see, you like one, you pick one, you place it at one corner of your home, and it becomes attached to you. So your home is your mind. It is extension of your mind. Anything that you do in your home reflects your personality. Anything that you change in your home affects your personality. So Brahmsthan is the center from where the energy reaches every corner of the house, like navel is in the body.
Great. How beautifully have you explained this question? Thank you for that. My next question is again, I think a lot of people have this question. You know, some people say that one should never have a mandir in your bedroom, but in apartments with like place restrictions, what do you suggest one does?
What do you need out of life? देखो भगवान का कोई साइड इफेक्ट नहीं है. That is one thing. There is no side effect. It's like Ayurveda, है ना? अजवाइन का, जीरे का थोड़ा थोड़ा खाते रहो, so there is no side effect. God has no side effect. A lot of things in our system has been inculcated without much changes in it. So if you see, let's go 300 years back. There were no temples in the home. They were not supposed to have temples in the home. Home was a place for love, enjoyment, pleasure, meeting people. Temples was a separate job. So गांव के मंदिर होते थे. अभी भी आप पुरानी पिक्चर देखिए तो लोग गांव के या विलेज के मंदिर में जाया करते थे और राजघरानाओं का अपना मंदिर होता था. Things changed, time constraint हो गए, घरों में मंदिर आ गए. Absolutely fine. We all have our personal deities, our personal wishes, people that you follow for, different religion came. एक ही घर में लोगों के अलग अलग मतभेद हो सकते हैं. They might follow different people. Somebody would believe in Sai Baba, some would believe in Guru Nanak Dev Ji, some would believe in Shiv Ji, to each their own. Personally, you ask me, do I have a temple in my bedroom? I will not call it a temple, but I have idols just next to my bedside because I live with them, I eat with them, I drink with them. I have Ma Lakshmi on my phone. I have Babaji in front of me. I have Guru Nanak Dev Ji here. I have Sri Yantra here. I have Ganpati Ji here. That's how I live. That's how I expect from my life. The people who are, because I'm a teetotaler, I don't drink, I don't do anything in my life that I would not probably go and do it in a temple. In my bedroom also, I'm more of a Sufi as a person. You know, me and my husband, I'm a meditator. I sleep in meditation. So there's a lot that I do. People who have a lot of pleasures and joy and excitement in their lives should not have a temple in their bedroom. या रात को cover कर लो. It's like that. Suppose you have one bedroom to share. एंड आप एक ही बेडरूम के घर में रह रहे हैं, आपके बच्चे भी उसमें हैं, आपके पेरेंट्स भी उसमें हैं, एंड यू आर न्यूली मैरिड एंड यू वांट टू एंजॉय एंड हैव फन. आप कहाँ जाएंगे? यू नो, यू वांट टू हैव एक्साइटमेंट इन योर लाइफ. सो हम क्या करेंगे? मम्मी पापा सो जाएंगे, हम देखेंगे सो गए, बच्चे उधर सो गए, एंड यू विल हैव लिटिल फन विद योर पार्टनर और योर हस्बैंड और व्हाटएवर. Similarly, gods are living entities with you, deities are living entities with you. When you bring them into bedroom, it will give little sanctity of thinking that ये हमारे पेरेंट्स जैसे हैं, हमारे माँ बाप जैसे हैं. यू नो, वो एक हल्का सा पर्दा होता है. कई बार नहीं भी होता. some people feel that how does it really matter? God is everywhere. I mean, covering him doesn't mean anything. Well, then keep him in open. What do you believe? Follow that.
So our next question is from Dipali, and I think Dr. Madan, this question is probably more essential for especially people living in apartments, because your bedrooms are certain times placed under the beam. So especially your bed is placed under the beam. So in that case, what would be the remedy? What would you suggest?
Understand that what beam does. You know, we just read और हमें लगता है कि यार आज मेरा सिर दर्द हो रहा है तो वो इसी की वजह से है. It's not true. So what happens is that if you go to palaces, if you visit palaces, you'll see कि बहुत ऊंची ऊंची छतें होती हैं, right? The higher roof you have, it is creating the space element in your system. What does space element does to us? So जितना हम, जैसे हम vacation पे जाते हैं, you just look up to the sky like opulence. You feel empowered. You feel wow. You know, it's like feeling of immensement in your life. तो घर में भी जब छतें ऊपर होती हैं, your bigger roofs, you feel empowered. It gives you more thinking and it gives you more room to expand. It is expansion of your own self, like growth. The beam cuts the growth. It's like something over your head and say like pressure aa gaya. This is the pressure. Now what do we do with that? We need to create something. अब हम घर तो नहीं चेंज कर सकते ना, बेड भी नहीं शिफ्ट कर सकते. We need to put something on the beam to create an illusion in our mind and in the home that I have done something to taken it off. Jesse, makeup is an illusion, but it makes you feel confident. It makes you feel happy. It makes you feel powerful. It makes you empowered. You know, you get up in the morning and some going to a marriage in a naked look and decked up. It's a complete different thing. It's a different experience. Remedies also do the same thing. हमको पता है हमने कुछ तोड़ा फोड़ा नहीं, but we know something has changed now, right? The whole energy around it changes. So being ke upar we can hang a beautiful crystal, we can hang or we can stick a silver swastik. Things that expand the energy should be added to being to reverse the effect.
Great.
I'm,
Thank
I'm
thank-
sorry for being so elaborate, but you must understand why and how it will happen, right?
No, we are loving it actually, Dr. Madan. Like, I think the explanation which you're giving helps us to not kind of blindly follow what we read.
Yeah, because
Actually
it's
giving
like
the logic behind it, which is
Exactly.
great. So my next question is from the audience, which asks, it is said that we should not put mirrors in the south direction. However, if there is no way out and a south wall is the only option where one can put the mirror, what can we do to balance the negativity?
पहले हम समझते हैं कि साउथ में मिरर क्यों नहीं लगाएं. देयर आर टू रीजंस टू इट. ए, मिरर इज मल्टीप्लाइंग. व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ अ मिरर? इट जस्ट मल्टीप्लाइज. हम ट्राई रूम में जाते हैं, एक जना ट्राई करता है, 10 इमेज अपना दिखता है. इट्स मल्टीप्लाइंग, बट इट इज यूज्ड फॉर मिररिंग, फॉर सीइंग योरसेल्फ. अगर एक ही मिरर है तो one mirror everywhere is manageable if it is mandatory for us to see. मिरर रिफ्लेक्ट्स वाटर एलिमेंट. उसमें वो पानी का इफेक्ट है, क्योंकि अब पहले के टाइम में जब मिरर नहीं होता था तो पानी में अपनी रिफ्लेक्शन देखते थे. फिर उसके बाद मिरर इन्वेंट हुए, डिस्कवर हुए. सो मिरर रिप्रेजेंट्स वाटर एलिमेंट. साउथ इज फायर. तो जब हम साउथ में बहुत सारे मिरर्स लगा देते हैं तो फायर घट जाती है, और जब फायर घट जाती है तो मेटाबॉलिक रेट इफेक्ट होता है. व्हेन फायर डिक्रीजेस, मनी डिक्रीजेस, फेम डिक्रीजेस. दैट इज वन ऑफ द रीजंस इट इज सेड कि साउथ में मिरर नहीं होना चाहिए. बट अब है तो क्या करें? एड सम प्लांट्स अराउंड इट. फायर को बढ़ाने के लिए हम लकड़ी जलाते हैं, राइट? हम लकड़ी डालते हैं ना टू इंक्रीज द फायर. हैव लॉट ऑफ वुडन फ्रेम अराउंड द मिरर एंड एड लॉट ऑफ प्लांट्स, मड बेस्ड प्लांट्स, छोटे छोटे इंडोर प्लांट्स. या एक खूबसूरत सा पाम का प्लांट आप बड़े मिरर के पास में रख सकते हैं, डिपेंडिंग हाउ इज योर स्पेस. एड ग्रीन प्लांट क्लोजर टू द मिरर to reduce the effect of mirror in south. So you know what it does now.
All right. So our next question is, can the northwest room be used by the son only child in the house? What are other positions where the son's room can be placed? And she has another question. East being the auspicious entrance for a house, can the exit be placed in the east, southeast, or southeast? Which is preferable? East being the auspicious entrance for a house, can the exit be placed in the east, southeast, or southeast? Which is preferable?
I'm going to hold a whole course here in one question today. First, हमें घर का exit नहीं देखना है, right? We have to see the entrance of the house, because house is a separate entity that we are checking. So always check the entrance of the house, not the exit of the house, because house is to come and stay in, not for you to go out and rush, right? So stand in the center of the house, center, Brahmsthan. Hold the compass and check which direction is the door in. There are few entrances which are good universally, but everything depends on your horoscope. In an apartment-like system like Mumbai, now even Lucknow for that matter, Kanpur में भी आजकल apartments बन रहे हैं. People live over each other. So सबकी life the same नहीं चलती, but their toilets, their kitchens, their entrances is in the same direction. Vastu generically is applied to cities and town plannings, not to individuals. For individuals, it has to depend घर किसके नाम पर है या rent पे किसके नाम पर है. Who is the head of the family? That person's chart should be coordinated with the planets that are there alive in the house. जैसे किसी के चार्ट में अगर सन इज अ प्रोमिनेंट प्लैनेट तो उसको ईस्ट की एंट्रेंस अच्छी रहेगी. किसी का मार्स स्ट्रॉन्ग है तो साउथ की एंट्रेंस अच्छी रहेगी. वीनस पावरफुल है तो साउथ साउथ ईस्ट की एंट्रेंस अच्छी रहेगी. सैटर्न इज अमेजिंग, वेस्ट की एंट्रेंस अच्छी रहेगी. वेयर इज योर स्ट्रेंथ लाइक? वी आर हेयर लाइक इंडिविजुअल रनर्स ना. ये बिग बॉस के घर जैसा घर है, अपनी अपनी गेम है सबकी. इट इज नॉट जेनरिक. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, योर सेकंड क्वेश्चन was what was it?
Should I ask Pooja the second question? You're on mute.
Okay, sorry. Can the northwest room be used by the sun?
Remember now.
Child.
Yes. So
The house.
the purpose of northwest room is that northwest doesn't give stability. It's the direction of moon. So moon stable nahi rehta na. It's one day full moon, 15 days later it will be no moon. So whoever sleeps here has no stability in living there. That is why it is considered to be a bedroom for girls. क्योंकि उनकी तो शादी करके भेज देना है. But if you want your son to be going and studying abroad, he can also go and stay in northwest room. The room gives instability. The stable directions for a son, grown-up son, joint business, married is south, southwest or west, right? These are the stable directions. Otherwise, a studying student who has to be stable in the same house with parents should be sleeping in east, bedroom towards east.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This next question, a lot of people have asked this question about, putting pictures of loved ones who are no more, and where can they be put? Should they be put in temple? Can they be put in our bedrooms? Or could you suggest about where can they be put?
So your loved ones, like your grandparents or your in-laws or your parents, should never be placed in temple. अपने घर का temple, because the deities that we pray to, we invoke their power, we invoke their energies. The one who are no more in their body should be left at peace, because हम उनको invoke करके क्या करेंगे? Then they're not gods or angels as of now. So they should never be placed in the temple idly. अगर temple में भी करना है, तो then bring them on level much below where God is placed, even if you're placing them. Ideally, their position should be, they should be in the southwest hanging, not like a photograph kept, or southwest, west, south. These are the directions that you should be hanging them, not keeping them. Do we have any more questions?
Okay.
Yes.
So, yes, there are quite a few.
The women have,
So,
we have overtaken your time, haven't we?
and people are still there. Like there are 270 people logged in, listening to you, riveted to you. So I think so. Let's just take up 2-3 more questions, and
Done.
then we can
We'll do
end.
that.
Is that okay?
Yeah, perfect.
So the last 3 questions. Okay. One says, if I want to set a routine of havans in the home, what are the few days in the year we should schedule them?
See, even a 5-minute havan on a Sunday morning can be fabulous for the home and removing of evil eye and negativity. You need to go and Google called Agni Hotram, right? It's called Agni Hotram. You will find it. It's a little copper thing that you get this much in size. You get the whole cow dung patty and kapoor and rice and ghee, the whole package. 5 minutes on Sunday, it will change the environment, the house, the vibrations of the house. Make it a routine. 10 minutes on a Sunday is not a task.
Lovely. I think the next question is about irregular homes and the remedy for irregular homes, like maybe a irregular shaped house which is missing west, northwest, and northeast, and has an extended southwest. Part of the north is also missing, and the main gate is in the northwest. I think this is too specific, but if you can, in general, tell a remedy for irregular shaped.
Whose question is this?
Jyotsna, there is.
Jyotsna, you could have forwarded your map. So, see, in Vastu, in astrology, yeah?
The question was from Joyshri Das Verma.
Joyshri, I heard Jyoti. So, Joyshri, in Vastu, in life, the basic funda is problem kya hai? Forget about what is extended, what is not extended, ye bada, ye chota. Never follow that. Always ask yourself, when you hear a lot of things, कि अरे northeast कटने से ही होता है, बढ़ने से होता है, is there a problem? Nature balances itself. कभी कभी हम किसी की छोटी आंख देखते हैं, लेकिन फेस पर इतनी सुंदर लग जाती है. Sometimes we see people with big lips, but it suits them. Similarly, it's with house. Sometimes it's disbalanced, but वो जम जाता है. You know, it balances. कहीं कम, कहीं ज़्यादा. Nature balances. If there is no problem, never ever hire somebody to set things right. It's like unnecessary doctor के पास जाके टेस्ट करा लो कि अब कुछ खोल ही लो, मैं हॉस्पिटल आई गया हूँ तो. Never do that. If there is no problem, there is no solution to it. Right?
Okay. So the next question is, till what height from the ground Vastu works in apartments and flats?
It will work always. आपका जो ground है वो आपका जमीन है ना. आप even if I'm on 5th floor and मेरे नीचे वाले की जमीन है, that has nothing to do with me. Where I am standing, where my feet stand, जिसके पैसे मैंने दिए वो ही मेरा है. So that is your floor. And Vastu will affect on your floor.
All right.
I think we can take this as the last question. And then if Dr. Madan, if you can just wrap up the session with like a last tip or anything you would like to say to
Awesome. We'll do that.
Great. So the question is from Preeti, if there are toilets in the south sector of the house, would that drain the resources? And if that, what would the remedy be?
See, the effect of south toilet is, अगर तो हमारा मार्ग खराब है तो रहने ही दो. But अगर, you know, there is defamation, people are talking about you, you're affected by it, and you know there is your strength, your fame, your energy, your comfort, your peace is draining, and you feel कि यहाँ पे बहुत problem है. Toilet seat के आसपास yellow paint, like in a strip, do it, and it should be better. Well, it's very, very specific, and it's very funny to talk about it on a webinar where 2 to 70 women sitting and thinking, don't even knowing half of them would know कि यार मेरे south में toilet है भी कि नहीं है. It's very specific, but for you, Preeti, do the yellow paint, like 1-inch strip around the toilet seat. It should be okay.
Great, thank you. I think if we can just have some last few words from you, and then we'll wrap up the session, Dr. Madan.
All right, surely we'll do that. So as I said that, you know, we can enhance our life with planets, with behavior. We can enhance our life with placing the planets in the right direction, because numerology, Vastu, astrology, everything is linked with 9 planets which are existent, and they do affect us, whether we like it, we don't like it, we want it, we don't want it. But they're not sadist. They're not here to trouble you, squeeze you, and feel कि इस blue साड़ी वाली को आज मैं तंग करूंगा. They don't want to do that. They will never do that. What we do and where we go wrong is that we believe in all the stones, we wear all the stones, we do all the chants, but we don't take care of people who are around us. Mercury is your nanan, it's your masi, it's your sister, it's your daughters. If you're not nice to them and you wear 200 emeralds, it's never going to give result to you. Sun is your boss, your father, your father-in-law, the main head of the family. If you're disrespectful towards him, and you wear a ruby in thinking meri power or leadership badegi, it's not going to happen. People around us, people with us are the form of living planets. If we are not respectful towards them, nothing in our life is going to change. We need to express our love, our joy, our happiness, our gratitude towards our parents, our love towards our family. इसी में सारे planets हैं, somewhere or the other. Your employees, people who work for you, your staff, is your Rahu and Ketu. If you are eating pizza and your staff is serving that pizza to you and you aren't sharing it with them, imagine the vibration you are taking and your children are taking with the food. हम लोगों के पास सब कुछ है life में. We have everything in life. Even then, when we see our children eating a piece of junk food, we want a bite out of that. No matter we are on diet, we can afford, we still want a bite out of it because man kar jata hai. Think about the people who are working there for you, who are serving that to you. If you are not sharing things with them, never ever you will be a positive thinker in life. Your intentions or people will share good vibes with you. What you give is what you receive in life. Be kind and be human. That's what I would like to end this session with.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Madan. What you give is what you receive. I think that's a wonderful mantra. This has been such a fabulous session, and you've enamored us by your simplicity, by your positivity. You have this natural charm about explaining the scientific reasons behind the workings of our planet, and we cannot thank and appreciate you enough. I would like to invite Pooja also to say a few words before we have the vote of thanks by our senior vice chairs.
I think, Aarti, you summed up so beautifully. I would just like to say that it was such a fantastic session, and such small changes which have been advised by you at home and at offices. I think it can snowball into such a tidal wave of transformation for our energy levels and as well as for our chi. So I think a lot of members are going to benefit from all that you have said today, and I'm sure that they're going to try it ASAP. And there are a lot of compliments coming your way, Dr. Madan, in the chat box, and people have really, really appreciated this entire webinar. Thank you so much for being with us here today. Thank you.
Thank you.
So now I request the Senior Vice Chair, Arushi Tandon, Flo Lucknow, and Kanika Ved, Flo Kanpur, to please give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Pooja. Dr. Jai Madan, the Lady of Fortune, is known for her practical approach towards astrology and Vastu. And for using 360-degree approach to synchronize your knowledge of astrology and offer the most comprehensive solution that are simple and practical. Thank you for making us feel relaxed, focused, and clear with our minds. Kanika?
Thank you, Ms. Madan. It was an absolute pleasure listening to you, and you have always been my absolute favorite. I would like to tell something I've learned from you. Be happy and be lucky. I would like to thank our chapter chairpersons, Ms. Pooja Garg from Lucknow and Dr. Aarti Gupta from Kanpur, for organizing this interesting webinar. Heartfelt gratitude to our sponsors, Liberty Shoes Private Limited, RG Infra Private Limited, Shalimar Corp, Wild Punch, ABC Chashmewala, Orica, and now Lucknow from Lucknow. Loya Corp, Balenciaga Socks, Art Dinox from Kanpur for supporting us in all their endeavors. A special thanks to our governing body members and my fellow members from Pan India for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind words. It was my pleasure.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Madan. Thank you so much. It was so lovely having you here. And thank you everyone from all over, all the 17 chapters for joining us. We've had a huge response today, and we had a lot of members joining in today to hear and see you, your charming self. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Pooja, you've stopped the recording?
Wonderful session. Yeah, I have. Wonderful session. Many congratulations to both the chapters.
Great, great, great. Super.
Yes, charmed everyone looks like, huh?
So Facebook Live is still on, Aarti. Can you just